Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be unboxing Warhammer Quest Cursed City. We finally got a copy of Warhammer Quest Cursed City, and after months of build up and hype and kind of looking forward to getting the game, we finally got it here. So really excited to get this open and take a look at the contents up close. So in this video we'll take a look at the box, get all the contents out, have a good look at it all, and then after that we'll make some more videos where we build and paint the models, go through all the rules in great detail, and finally build up to actually play in the game. So really looking forward to that, but let's get started by unboxing this beast and seeing what's included. I got this directly from Games Workshop, and the reason being I wanted to get the limited edition key and also the book at the same time. But I mean, if you tried buying this when it first came out, it was crazy. The key sold out in like 15 minutes, so did the book, and lucky enough just to get the game. So I was happy to get the game at least, but I paid the full RRP at £125. Normally I would go to Element Games and buy my products there, and they've got this listed at £112, but they're currently out of stock. But I'm sure they'll be getting a restock soon, and so I'll put a link to that in the description. So if you want to pick up the game, you'll be able to get it there and make a saving of 10%. Right, so here's the box art. Now, have you seen this image on some of the other videos I've done and lots of posts from the Warhammer community site? So great artwork to kick us off. Some nice action poses. I like this kind of Radukar looming in the background there. So really nice to start with. On the sides, we've not got a lot going on. So just the kind of branding Warhammer Quest and Cursed City. But then on the back, we're going to get a good look at the contents of the box. And here it says we're going to get in the box 40-page rulebook, a 56-page quest book, a 16-page Warscrolls booklet, 22 double-sided board tiles, 138 cards, 180 tokens, counter markers, 28 dice, and one Ulfenkarn Imperil envelope. We're also going to get 60 Citadel miniatures, which includes 8 heroes, loads of bad guys, zombies, skeletons, corpse rats, bat swarms, and mystery objectives. And these are great as objective markers. So really packed with some awesome stuff. And here's a little sneak peek at the heroes that we're going to get, all in actual size, and some of the main villains as well. So really nice. We get a good image on the back of the gameplay. It says we're not going to need any glue for this, and we don't need any tools either, so that'll be interesting. It says you don't need to snip them off, I guess, but I think we'll be snipping them off and gluing them because we want to get some nice tight seals there. The game is for 2 or more players. Playtime's approximately 2 to 3 hours per session, and it's recommended for 12 plus. So there we go. There's the outside of the box. But now let's open it up and see what's inside. And this is the best bit. Let's get rid of this film, which is a bit shiny. Get that out of the way. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's in here. Let's get the lid off. And straight away we're presented with all the sprues. And there's no foam or anything on the inside of the cover, so it's not being protected by anything other than the box there. And so we get 1 big sprue, 2 big sprues, 3. Then we get these ones. I wonder if these will probably be the heroes in this colour. And then we also get this very small one, which is going to be Radukar, the main man. And so we'll have a close look at these individually in a second, once we've unpacked the box. And then we've got this card just to protect, I guess, all the books and everything from the pointy sprues. Then we've got a ton of bases, all different sizes. We've got the slot bases and also some with these holes in here. Another bag there. So loads of bases, so we expect the 60 miniatures. Big bag of dice. Some very small D6 dice. And some interesting, 12-sided dice there and 10-sided dice. 8-sided dice. So we'll have a look at those closely too. We've got a pack with all the cards in. Then we've got our rule books. And also our instructions to assemble. A little flyer promoting the book that is out of stock for so long. So hopefully they'll get this sorted out quickly and we'll get some more books. And there's an errata here for how to build Dagnai hold in stock. And then here's some game tokens. And I guess this is all the board tiles. Wow, these look great already. I can't wait to get these out and see them in detail. And then tons of baggies to put everything in, just to keep them safe. And again, no foam or anything in the base of the box. So that's all the contents. So now let's take a look at everything closely. Let's start with the sprues, because this is the best bit. And then this is really what I bought the set for, was to get the miniatures, because we want to use them in Warcry as well as Cursed City itself. And so we got one sprue there with some of the big guys. We've got 2 repeats, so these are going to have like the skeletons and the zombies. We've got the main guy in the small sprue, and then we've got the heroes in these. So let's have a look at them one at a time. And here's our first hero sprue. And taking a close look, it's a really interesting colour to go with this kind of creamy ivory. But looking really great already. There's Jelson Darroch's gun there, looking awesome. And this is really weird how they've split it up, ready to assemble. So it's going to be interesting to see how they put it together. Really clever how the Citadel miniatures do go together. They do a great job of that. And hopefully this will be nice so you won't see the seams. And it says we don't have to glue this, or that no tools are provided, but we're going to have to use clippers to get these out. There's no way I'm just going to prise these out or anything. Yeah, so we definitely need clippers for those to come out for sure. Certainly don't want to risk damaging them. There's a few thin pieces, especially here. This crazy guy's tongue. What's his now? Octron Glimscry's tongue mask. So yeah, you want to be cutting that out carefully, and then we'll trim it up and glue it together. Often these little pegs will hold it in place, and so I trim those down and get a nice flush fit then. But looking awesome. The detail's fantastic, as always. And there's going to be lots of furs like this in this set. Really great armour and sashes. So these are going to be brilliant to paint. I can't wait. So good. And as well as a Cursed City, obviously Warcry, I'm a big fan, so these are going to feature heavily in Warcry. And for my Patreons, I'll be making some fighter cards for these and some unique abilities as well. And here we go. Here's the next one. This must be the Ogre. This is, what's his name? Let's have a look. Brulog Corpse Eater. So he's going to be really big. That leg is massive. Check that out. So he's going to be really big. And some great detail in there on that armour. That's cool. Really, and there's his head. Can you see his head? Brilliant. So that's the heroes. And then this is our villains. So this is just a single one. So this isn't repeated. This has also got the big stands where the vampires are jumping off. The Verkos Bloodborne. So that's a really nice piece. That's going to look stunning on the table. And here's the wolf. So that's going to be really big as well. And these guys are huge. Really nice. But really strange how they're all like going to be put together. When I built the Corvus Cabal for Warcry, they weren't together in a strange way. It was so clever. But these are awesome. Really great. Oh, there's Gorslav the Gravekeeper. There he is. With that hook pulling back the coffin. Brilliant. So that's that one. You just get one of those. And then we get these two, which are going to include all the zombies. So these are repeats. So we'll just have a look at one. And so let's get it up close. And this is going to have the Ulfen Watch on. Let's get that focused. So we start seeing some really great detail on the shields. And the shields are going to be different. There's another one there. Fantastic. Oh, here's the bats. Let's zoom in on that and focus. Those bats look great. And the little rat swarms as well. So these are going to be really fun. And the zombies weren't getting much love with the tombstones on their back. But I really like them. I think they're going to be really interesting. Really different. So I think it works great with the whole theme. And here's another nice big bat. Oh, that's a really good one. So you're going to get two of those all together. And then our final sprue is for Radakar the Wolf. And again, a nice size miniature there. Really great detail. This is going to come out really nice with the contrast paints. And there's the wolf face on that cloak. And then the body. More fur. So yeah, all these fur textures, they're going to come out really well. So fantastic. Really happy with these miniatures. And I think for the money, £125 for 60 miniatures of this quality and this standard, I think it's worth it just for the minis without even the game. So I'm really happy with these. But I hope this has given you a good idea of what the detailing is going to be like and the quality. But once I've got these built and painted, then you'll get to see a lot more of them. And then for our bases, it looks like we've got a nice selection of 25mm, 32mm, 40mm, and even up to what looks like 50mm. So we're going to get some different sizes for the different minis. So that's really nice too. So there's all the bases. Then we've got a bag of dice. So let's check these out. Now, these are very small, maybe 10mm, 1cm dice. And then we've got these nice ones here, these 12-sided ones. Have a little close up at the print on that. So that's the 12-sided dice. And then we've got these interesting ones. These are the 8-sided dice. And again, what looks like, 12-sided again, with the little marks, the little diamond marks on them. And then 2 more, but 6-sided, and then just your regular 6-sided dice. So I'd say quality-wise, I mean, they feel quite cheap, but nothing that you wouldn't expect in a box set like this. Obviously, if you get like the dice that's specific for the games, the quality's so much better. But yeah, maybe they'll bring out a nice dice set for. I hope they do bring out a nice dice set for Warhammer Quest, because it's always good to get, I think, the one nice dice set for a game for sure. It really adds to the whole playability of it. So yeah, we'll wait and see on that. But to get going with a box set, there's nothing wrong with these at all. Next, we've got all our cards, and so we'll just have a quick flick through these. And I've never played Warhammer Quest before. This is my first game for Warhammer Quest, so I won't know what any of this relates to until I flick through the rulebook and go through it. But here we've obviously got our character cards, and they flip over. So this is what we saw on some of the articles, where when it gets like late at night and starts getting dark, you turn the card and then things get a lot more hairy and scary in the Cursed City. So I'll just flick through so you can see them all. So these are all the bad guys. So I'll have a good read of these later. And I think once I've built the miniatures, it might be cool to take a look at them one at a time with their fighter card, so we can do a deep dive on each one and see what their special abilities are. So here we go. Here's the zombies. I can't wait to get these out. Really cool. The corpse rats, bat swarms, Elfin Watch. So we've got a ton of bad guys there that are going to be coming at us. Look at all that. Loads of action. So that's great. And now we've got the hero cards. Octron Glimscry. And then this turns over as well. So that's going to be interesting to see what that's all about. Cleona Zeitengale. Dagnai Holdenstock. Glario Venhouten. And I'll be painting these two first. So on Patreon, we do like little polls and votes. And so if you're a Patreon member, you get to join in what content's created next. So I just asked what everyone would like to see painted first, and these were voted for first. So I'll be painting these two as the first miniatures from the set. So look out for that soon. Then we've got Brutal Corpse Eater, Quilathes, Jelson Darroch, Captain Imelda Braskov. So that's really great. That's our cards for the heroes and the villains. And this card is all about our fear and influence, Ulfin Khan in peril. So we'll find out a bit more about this, but this is all to do with the bad guys. But the whole idea of the game is you're working on the levels of fear and influence within the city. So a bit more to learn about this, so I could explain it properly. But that's going to be a big feature of the game, and that guides which kind of missions you go on and things like that. So that card's in there too. Then we've got here these small cards. And again, I'm not sure what these are yet, but we'll find out once we start going through the rulebook. But we've got 8 different cards there. It looks like that probably goes alongside the kind of tracker. And then we've got our traits. And so these are then the different levels are included. And then on the back, some different ones. So it looks like we've got Stalwart, Lawmaster, Blade and Executioner. And they're all going to have different traits and different levels. That's those. Then we've got Discovery cards. And so on the back we get this nice key. And then all the different treasures. Is that all going to be treasure? Oh, traps. Treasure, traps. Crises. So this is really interesting part of the game as well. You can go off on these little side missions. And that looks really fun. Realm Stone. We must have to try and collect that, I guess. So we get that nice pack. Again, all on the back. We get that nice key. Brilliant artwork. Looking really good. And then we've also got this little pack here, which is Empowerment. And some really nice artwork on the back of that too. So let's open this pack up. Get rid of this. And a ton of cards in here. So what we got here? So these are just... Ooh, I'm not sure what that's all about. But on the back, it's the same image. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 8 of those, which match our 8 heroes. Maybe it's got something to do with that. And then we've got these empowerment cards. And then we've got encounters. And this tells us the different hostile groups. And then we've got exploration. Oh, these are going to be nice with all the tiles. So lots of cards. Lots and lots of cards, actually. Big chunk. Cool. So that's a good selection there. We've got all the empowerment cards. We've got these discovery traits, whatever those are. Whatever those are. And then all our heroes and villains. So really nice selection. And I think the artwork is really great. I can't wait to delve into these a lot further. Right, now we've got our rule books. So let's look at those. And I've left the boards until last because I think they look so good. I want to do those at the end. So this is our rule book. And this will also have our build instructions. So let's get rid of this wrapper. And we'll check this out. We should also get an envelope in here as well. So look for that. So we've got a rule book. We've got a quest book. We've got our envelope. And it says here, do not, let's focus that. Do not open until the final assault decapitation journey has been completed. So, yeah, do I have a little sneak peek? I'm not sure. I might leave it. It's more fun. Let's wait. Then we've got the Warscrolls for Age of Sigmar. And then we've got the instruction book. Let's take a flick through each of the books. I won't open this. We'll keep it a little surprise until the day comes when we can follow what it says on the back. So that's the envelope. Brilliant artwork again. Really, it just feels good. It feels like a lot of thought's been put in to the whole design work, as you would expect. So really nice. So that's great. But here's our instruction book. And so, yeah, it says... Does it say about tools? Doesn't say what to use. So yeah, but I'm going to use clippers and I'm going to glue it for sure. So, I mean, it looks pretty simple to just push fit it all together. But if you want to paint it and you want to make sure those seals are nice and tight and stay tight, then I think you've got to glue it. So yeah, this looks pretty straightforward. So I'm going to get building these today. Pretty much as soon as I've done this video, I'm going to go and build all the miniatures and get them ready. So we get that instruction book. And we also get this errata here for Dagnai holding stock. So they obviously made some kind of mistake or whatever, or there was an update. So you get that included as well. So that's the instruction book. Then we've got the Warscrolls. So you can use all the fighters here in Age of Sigmar, which is really great. So if you play Age of Sigmar, you can include these in your potential armies. So that's really fun. And it's got all the heroes here. All 8 of them. Nice artwork in the middle. I really love this picture, this whole red and black. Kind of a bit old school, but it looks really nice. And then we've got the villains. And hopefully you can use the skeletons and zombies too. I'm sure you can. Yeah, zombie skeletons. Even the Vargskyer. And pitched battle profiles. Don't know what that means, but if you're into Age of Sigmar, you'll know full well what that's all about. So there you go. If you play Age of Sigmar, that's going to be brilliant for you. And I think for the models and for the price, it could just be worth getting it for those. So that's really great. But for Warcry, I'll be making the cards for the Patreons as well. And I'll probably do a video that will show those in action and the kind of abilities they're going to get as well. So look out for that coming soon. But next we've got to go through the rule book, and it says to read this first. So this will be the first thing I'll be reading to go through. And I'll just flick through all the pages so you can see the contents real quick. But this is going to give us an introduction, tell us how to get started. It's got all the components of the game all laid out. So we're going to see tons of tokens in a minute. All the nice boards. We got these cool Diagoyles and Gnawbone strays. I really can't wait to get these cats. I'm going to put those with a Necromancer from Legions of Nagash and then some Gloomspike Gits. Paint the Gloomspike Gits blue, and then we'll have a Smurf themed warband with the Necromancer will be Gargamel. That's his cat. I think that'll be really funny to play. So I'm going to definitely do that with these guys. This is laying out all the models. So this is brilliant. Man, it's going to be so fun painting these. I can't wait. And then we've got all the Kosagi Night Guard, the zombies, Ulfenwatch, bat swarms. There's so much in here. These objective markers or models, they're going to be great for Warcry as well. But back to Warhammer Quest, we got combat tutorials, different ones to take us through the whole gameplay. Then we've got getting ready to play, the Sky Vessel board. So this is a nice part of the game where the idea is they're dropped in on the Caradron Sky Vessel, and then when it gets dark they need to escape. So they summon the Sky Vessel, picks them up, and they leg it out of Cursed City. So I really like that. And I think it'd be fun just to have a Sky Vessel hovering around the board somewhere, just to kind of play into that narrative and immersion. I think that'd be really fun. And this is going to tell us what everything is. An example of a playing area. The turns. So what? There's quite a few pages here, a fair bit to go through. So it's certainly going to take a little bit of reading. But, you know, this is no more than I've seen with other games like this. So I guess, you know, it's not too bad. What, 40 pages? And I'm sure once we play a couple of games, it'll be pretty straightforward. But I like the references. A nice reference guide on the back that's got everything on one page. So you're not flicking through the book all the time. So that's going to be really helpful. Then we've also got this quest book. And I think I'll do a video for the rule book we've just seen where we actually go through the rules. And I'll do a run through of a game, like a kind of walkthrough of the game as well. I think that would be good. But there's also this, which is going to have all the quests in. So once you know the rules, you can then embark on the quest. And I think this is where the narrative's really going to come out. So this is really nice to read through this. I love maps, so I like drawing them. I like looking at them. And so it's always great to see what kind of maps are included in the games. Yeah, so there's lots here. This is really great background. Lots of fluff to read through. So this is brilliant. I really like the narrative side of the games. And this is really giving us a nice introduction to each character. And so that's like, what, 18 pages of background and narrative? And so now we're on to the actual quests. And then we've got maps, scavenge journeys, scavenge maps. We can assemble these in all different ways. All the different crises. Wow, this is so much to look through. This is great. I mean, there's going to be so much involved in this game. I mean, there's hundreds here. What are we looking at? Wow, that's like 161 different crises to kind of go through. And then we move on to some actual little missions here. So there's lots to keep us busy with this. And the final assault. And then a reference on the back for that. So a lot here, lot for us to read and learn, but that's all the books. So now let's look at the last bit, which I think looks amazing, and that's the boards and tokens. So here's our first glimpse of the board, and straight away, these are stunning. These look really great, and they're going to be so fun to play on. And so let's get this open, and we'll have a good look inside. We're also going to get all the tokens in here too, and that tracker and everything. And these are going to be double-sided. So let's flick them over and have a look. And it looks like we just push them out. Really, they're going to come out really easily. We've got tokens that just pop out. But man, this is great. I've just built some bases based on the pictures I've seen of these. But getting them actually in front of me, I love it. I love the artwork they've done here. Really nice. They're also like different here. The different rooms and a crypt. This is great. But you can see that video on the bases. It's on the channel. I'll put a link in the description, and also you also see it if you follow the playlist at the end of the video. So that's just the first one. Man, they're just getting better. This is great. I love it. Whoa, look at all this. Really nice. And what I'm hoping to do is take all these like street tiles, try and build something for Warcry, a Warcry board, and then in the gaps put some buildings, and we've got ourselves even Cursed City itself, or a different kind of urban environment to fight in. But these are really nice. So that's 2. And we've got this one, we've got like a room with a desk and all different, a coffin, a fountain, who knows what's in there, a little trapdoor. Lots of street tiles. I'm really happy with that. I really wanted it to be a lot of it based in the street. So this is good news. This is going to be perfect for what I was planning. And then we got this one's really great. Look at that. All sorts going on there. Looks like something's escaped from a cell or a cage. We've got all tokens along the edges of these two. More streets. That's a nice one. I like the indoor ones as well. Really fun. And then this is all the kind of tokens, and this is our sky vessel tracker. So that's really big. I think it looks big as that, my hand. I didn't expect it to be that big, actually. So that's nice. Loads of these tokens. And that's everything that's included in the boards and tokens pack. There's the other side. So why this is amazing. There's an awful lot to go through, figure out and learn, but that's all part of the fun. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to focus on getting those the miniatures built, get some of them painted as quick as I can, and then we can do some deep dives on the different heroes, the villains, the different kind of bad guys you fight at, and then we'll have a good look through the rule book and things like that, and do some deep dives on different elements of the game that I think stand out. But there we go, that's all the contents. I'd love to hear what you think about the game. If you manage to get it, you know, are you impressed with the figures, the boards, the kind of cards? What do you like the best? What don't you like? Have you had a chance to play it yet? So please join in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback and thoughts on this game. The amount of stuff we got in this box set is incredible, really. When you look at it all laid out on the table like this, ton of miniatures, the boards are fantastic. All these rule books, cards and dice and tokens. I think this is going to be so fun just to unpack, organise, build and paint. And so I can't wait for that. But I've got to give a shout out to the YouTube creators out there who have managed to put all this together. Especially, I don't know if you watch Ash at Guerrilla Miniature Gaming. He's like built these, painted them. He's played so many games. And yeah, he got it for, you know, when it came, before it came out for pre-order, he got the game sent in. But still, to get that done in such a short time and play through it so much is really impressive. So for sure, go and check out Guerrilla Miniature Gaming, because I think it's fantastic and you get a good idea of how the game plays. But come back soon to see me do all the deep dives and the painting, and then we can run through all the content. So really go in depth on the different elements of the game. I hope you managed to get a copy, and if not, I'll put a link to Element Games in the description below, and then when that comes back in stock and when Games Workshop do the restock, you know, you can save some money there, and it's definitely worth taking that saving, especially now all the limited edition key and books aren't available. I think it makes a lot of sense, and that'll be an affiliate link, but it won't cost you anything extra. In fact, you'll save that 10%, and for every sale made through the link, I get a small commission, and that's going to help me do loads more videos like this. So thanks so much for that support. I really appreciate it. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page, and thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out, and you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description, and it'll be great to see you there. I hope you enjoyed the video, and there's a lot to go through, but this is certainly a game packed with loads of good stuff, and so also fun for other games, Age of Sigmar, Warcry 2. But thanks so much for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games.